Okay. Thanks, Chantal. I was just getting ready to do it. Okay, folks, let's get started. Welcome to the 10-minute trades trade room and the 30-year bond auction. My name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trading director for 10-minute trades. Please remember, it's possible to lose money trading futures, so please trade carefully and understand margin and know your risk. All right, let me just set my charts up exactly the way I want to go. I'd like to invite everybody to a free webinar this afternoon. I'm going to talk about a whole bunch of different things, mostly just talk a little bit about trader psychology, and then we have a couple of announcements we're going to make, so I'd love to see you come. Let me get my bond news open. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the 30-year bond auction. Before we get started, though, I was just been reading the news. So did you notice that Bruce Springsteen got arrested 3 months ago for a deed? I guess they're calling it a DWI because it was in New Jersey. I guess if it's Jersey, it's driving while intoxicated. And I think in Pennsylvania, it's DUI, driving under the influence. Maybe it's just a different, I'm not a lawyer, so maybe it's just a different charge. So I just thought it was interesting. Here's what I thought was interesting. Now, I like Bruce Springsteen. I'm not a Bruce maniac. I'm not, I don't go to his concerts, and I've been to a couple of concerts, but I'm not a fanatic. I think he's written maybe two of the greatest songs in the history of life. Okay. In all seriousness, two of the greatest songs in the history of life. Born to Run and Jungle Land. If you show me better songs, you could try, but I don't think you can do it. They're not going to cancel Bruce Springsteen. So Jeep, not even a United States company anymore, pulled the Springsteen Jeep ad. I mean, when does it end? When does it end? Anyway, cancel this, cancel that, cancel everything. So now if we get one bad trade, do we get canceled? Is that what's next? I had a bad oil trade, cancel me. Party's over. I mean, things are out of control, folks. Things are out of control. And again, I'm not a Bruce Springsteen ultra fan. I do recognize he did write two of the greatest songs ever written in the history of humanity, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm feeling awfully tired today. Let's talk about the 30-year bond trade. What do you say? 30-year bond trade. Normally, it's been one of the best trades. Markets, they've been difficult. It's definitely out of control, Dave. The life is out of control. The world is out of control. People are out of control. So 30-year bond trade, bracket of 3, activate at 13:01:30, 60-second cancel, targets of 2 and 6, and a stop of 3. Okay. We'll look at a couple of videos like we always do. I love this guy on TV. He says, I bought Bitcoin. I don't understand it. It just goes up every day. That's so great. That's really funny. So I guess we should have bought Bitcoin at 18,000, right? And people thought that was high. All right, let's see. 30-year notes, 30-year bonds. So the last 30-year bond trade was let me just make sure I didn't put it on my desktop by accident already. What the heck is Bumble? I never heard of Bumble. They just had an IPO. Who knows what Bumble is? Anybody? What's Bumble? Okay, here's last month's 30-year bond trade. We enter the same time as the trade yesterday, 13:01:30. 13:01:30. So it pops up a little bit. Kind of looks like it's going to reverse. Sits. Drops 2 ticks. and then it goes up. So right now, the strategy for the bond reports should be take your risk and stay in the trade. That should be the strategy if you get filled. Take your risk, stay in the trade, because getting out of that trade costs you all the profit. Let's see if that holds up in December, okay? Let's see if that holds up in December. 30-year, there might not have been a trade in December because of the holidays. Oh, we got one. 30-year in December. Whoops. So 1301.30. Usually it takes about 20, 25 seconds to fill normally. It's not always, doesn't always do the same thing. December, you could see it took its sweet time. And then it shoots up 49 seconds, kind of late. Now watch. Does it go up to the high of the day? In other words, would it have made sense? It does. So again, that's two in a row. Don't move your stop right on top of the price, or you'll lose the profit in the trade. Okay. Chantal, what are you talking about? Would be free. What would be free? Took what last night? Let's look for November. Let's see if we have a 30-year in November. So for whatever reason, I don't see a video for November. Nope. I've got 10-year, but not the 30-year. I've got October, so let's look at October. Let's look at October. November was a small winner, 5-tick winner. November was a very quick burst of a trade. So October 1301.30, orders go on the chart, it jolts down, it fills the first target. Now you see I moved my stop to break even. Let me see if I have a different video that maybe shows a little bit more movement. Okay, same trade, longer video. I want to see how far down did it go. There's my target. It went a tick past it. And then it changed direction, or did it keep going? Nope. It went another tick past it. So right about here. So if you keep your stop away from the price, if you have a move that fills you and hits the first target, the chances are good it's going to keep going. That's what this particular trade looks like. So I've been getting out too soon. Bumble soars 80% in IPO after raising 2.2 billion. Bumble. Okay. Bumble. Cute name. I guess it's like people just bumble along in dating. Is that what it's all about? We're all just bumbling along here like a bunch of bumblers? I don't know. It's a stupid name, actually. Bumble. Let's look at, see if we've got a September 30-year bond trade. I've got August. August, July. No, September. September was canceled, okay? So that's why I didn't save the video. I do have it, but why bother? It's canceled, okay? August was a huge winner. This is what you trade the bond reports for. This is what you look for to trade the bond reports, if this is the one that I think. There were two of them. One of them worked amazingly, and one of them did not work. Okay, that was the one that did not work. The move was so fast, I couldn't find my stop. There was an exact opposite of that trade. And was it July? Let's see if it was July. So did anybody watch the guitar destruction on Saturday Night Live? There's a whole big controversy now about the guitar destruction on Saturday Night Live. Some people say you don't destroy guitars. Oh man, you just gotta put guitars up on a pedestal and bow down to the beauty of the guitar. You don't smash guitars. And then other people, oh, it's so cool. She smashed her guitar on Saturday Night Live. It was awesome. It was an $89 Dan Electro guitar that she smashed, by the way. It was not a very expensive guitar. See how that exploded up beautifully? That's what you trade guitar. That's what you trade bond reports for. Okay? Moves like that. It's unfortunate they don't happen all the time. I wish they would happen all the time. It'd be nice if they happened all the time, right? I'll bet Springsteen wishes someone hit him in the head with a guitar before he got into that car. That I would bet on. Bruce Springsteen doesn't even drink, I was told. Then you start reading a little bit of the news, and it's like everybody who mentioned Springsteen said he always has a drink in his hand. And every time they finish a song, they have a shot of tequila. And so I don't know what to believe. I really don't know what to believe. Dave, I just find it all so crazy. I just find it all so crazy. All right, so this was July, and this was a beautiful move. Beautiful move. I don't know. Maybe we should just drop an atomic bomb on ourselves. Maybe we'd be better off. Just drop the big one now. Randy Newman said it best. Drop the big one now. Anybody know that song? That was a breakout trade, Dave. Let's drop the big one now. Anybody know Randy Newman out here? Randy Newman is a great songwriter. He had no more atomics, right? Randy Newman was a great songwriter. His father, it's an interesting story. His father was a famous film scorer. And then Randy Newman has written all the great music soundtracks to the Pixar Toy Stories and a lot of those movies. I don't know the exact ones that he did, but he's done a lot of them. He's an amazing writer, amazing writer. But he had a song that was really funny called Drop the Big One Now. Well, Mike, he had a record album before he became a film scorer. He was a songwriter, and he was like a James Taylor type. He was like a James Taylor type, and he was incredible. He wrote, he had one album that was so beautiful. I mean, so beautiful. Today's trade is a breakout. I'm going to set it up right now for you, Dave. He's a really, really talented writer. So let's set up this trade. Let's make this easy for Dave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade a bracket of 3, like the report says, 2 targets for 2 ticks, 1 target for 6 ticks, and I'm not moving my stop very much if I get filled and my first target gets hit. 3 tick stop. Entry time 13:01:30. 13:01:30. Okay. Trading real money. Label the trade ZB 30-year. Okay. That's our setup. Bracket of 3, because that's what the report says. I'm going to trade 2 targets for 2 ticks, 1 position for 6 ticks, a stop of 3, and then an entry time of 13:01:30. It's a breakout trade. I'm trading for real. Apply and OK. Okay. Then before I enable it, I'll put my charts on. Unfortunately, natural gas got me this morning. It filled me at the bottom of the candle. I'm going to record this. So now I'm dying to remember, and I enable my trade. Check our time at the website, time.is, like we always do. My computer's been really in good sync this week. Computer's been in nice sync. So that's good. Okay, so the one of the songs that made Randy Newman famous was Short People. Short people got da na na na. Short people got blah 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 blah. Short people got, you all remember that song. So that was a very famous song, was nowhere near one of his best. His best song is called Sail Away. Sail away, sail away. We will cross the mighty ocean and the Charleston Bay. Sail away, sail away, and we'll cross the mighty ocean and the Charleston Bay. Ba ba da 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 da. Bum ba da 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 da. Everybody in America is free. I don't remember the rest of the words for me. I'm as happy as a monkey in a monkey tree. Da, 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 da. Sail away. Anyway, why would JOB be showing on your chart without it being checked in the control panel? Uncheck it, check it again. Just reset up the trade, Dave. Reset up the trade. You could have it, you could have enabled it and not checked it yet, but it should only be enabled when it's checked. And the JOBB icon should only be there when it's checked. So I would, if you have to, I hate to see you miss the trade. You have enough time to reboot the platform really fast and put the strategy on again. But I would take the strategy off and put it back on. Just uncheck it, or first try checking and unchecking and see if that doesn't do it. Otherwise, I would take the strategy off and remove it. Right click on it and remove it. And then re-enter it like you normally do. Okay? So let's see, that one record had Sail Away on it, Short People. It was amazing. It was amazing. Amazing music. And he must have got tired of touring, not making enough money, or Disney just offered him a job he couldn't refuse because he started doing Toy Stories, all the Toy Story movies, and he's done a lot of soundtracks his whole life. He became his father, basically. He became his father. It's really an interesting transformation. I don't care what a person does, I love super talented people. I just admire them. I'm definitely prone to music because I'm a musician. And it's something I know a lot about. So I know when somebody's really good. There is good money in soundtracks, definitely. Randy Newman became his father, Brian. What I meant was his father was a film scorer and he was a singer-songwriter. And as he got older, Randy Newman, he became a film scorer also. So when I say he became his father, that's all. What I mean is he became just like his father. I did not become my father. My father was a good guy, but I was not anything like him. And I take that back. We both played trombone. We played trombone together all the time when I was growing up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful memories. Playing in big bands with my dad. I had hair down to the back of my shoulder, back of my waist. My father wanted to kill me, but as much as he wanted to kill me, he took me every week with him to play trombone in a big band with him. I was a really good trombone player when I was young. But I hated the trombone. I hated it so much. I hated it. It hurt. You put that stupid thing on your mouth and it hurt. I hated it. But I went to music college on a trombone, not a scholarship, but on my audition. But I really always liked piano better. I guess next trade room, maybe I'll pipe in one of my songs. Just that'll get everybody out of here real quick. If I want everybody out of here quick, I'll pipe in my songs. Okay, that fixed it, Dave? Good. See, I can talk trading and music at the same time. I'm all set. My trade's set up. I don't have anything to do. We don't have to be like so stuffy, right? We can talk a little bit of music. My father was the most frustrated, unsuccessful trombone player who ever lived. He played with Louis Prima. Now, most people don't know anymore who Louis Prima is. Louis Prima is long dead. He played in a big band, Louis Prima and Killy Smith. You had Sammy Nestico, Stan Kenton. During World War II, you had, what was Miller's first name? He died in a plane crash. Miller. Glenn Miller, famous trombone player. In the Mood. But that was not his most famous song. All right, let's watch. I love all music. Everything. Insane Clown Posse. Oh, we got another minute. I always forget. Insane Clown Posse. Tupac. Bruce Hornsby. Love Bruce Hornsby. Paul McCartney. Love Paul McCartney. But I don't like the Foo Fighters. Sorry. Don't like the Foo Fighters. Love Procol Harum. Give me my Procol. Procol Harum. Definitely the most famous song ever written in the history of humanity, Whiter Shade of Pale. You skip a life in Dango. Turn cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick when the band called out for more. And so it was that later, and the miller told her tale. All right, we got 60 seconds. Orders are on the chart at the right time. If I don't get filled in 60 seconds, I will cancel. If it fills and it hits my first target, then I will move my stop very little, maybe one tick. I don't want, okay, I got filled. Now, if it jolts down, now, there's not a lot you can do if it goes against you, right? It's not your fault if a trade doesn't work. It's not your fault. We've seen this trade move steadily in one direction. So now I will protect. I'm going to protect. All right. So I was down 230. It gave me 3 ticks. Now, did I make the mistake by protecting? Did I make the mistake by protecting? Let's watch the direction. Let's watch the direction. It probably is going to go and test that low. It's probably going to go test that low. I did what I said I wasn't going to do, but it was not the kind of burst that I wanted. It's pretty choppy. It's pretty choppy. So we'll watch the video. This is a key. The next move is critical. If it goes up or down, it's very important. So it's hanging around right where we got filled on our first target. Now it's the opposite way. Now it's gotten 1 tick past where we got filled. I take that back. Our target fill was 12. Our target fill was 12. So it still has not gotten further than our target fill. Now, it's too bad that there was slippage. It filled us at 14, and we got a total of 4 ticks because we had 2 contracts for the first 2 targets. So we got 137.50. We made 137.50. No, I take it back. We made 125. 125. It looks like, see, maybe I jumped too soon. Like I said, I shouldn't have done. I jumped too soon. If it keeps going down, I've jumped too soon. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to take my medicine like a grown-up. I'll take my medicine like a grown-up. So there's my grown-up. Like, there's my grown-up. There's our targets. So all I got to do is do what I say, not what I do. That would have hit all our targets, and we would not be at a loss today. My mistake. Okay? My mistake. Let's look at the video. There's a total winner. Total winner. Let's look at the video. Not easy, though. Not easy. The hardest decision to make. Do you protect your profit, or do you just give it up? I said to give it up, and I didn't do it. So I deserve to be chastised. That's the truth. I deserve to be chastised. So let's look at the video. But it wasn't easy. Wasn't easy. Here's the trade. So it fills after about 25 seconds, which is totally normal. Not quite as far, and then it reverses, and it's one tick away from a stop out. One tick. And then it reverses again. This was not an easy trade. Remember that second target is 08. 08. So I waited patiently for my first target to get hit. It gets hit. I protected. Maybe I should have protected one less tick. One less tick. Okay? If I would have protected one less tick, we could have participated in the whole trade. If I protected there. You follow? You follow? But by protecting at break even, I maintained my $125 profit, but I gave up four more ticks. I gave up 137 possibly, or another 125. Okay? One target took out one of my contracts. Sorry, took out both of them. Took out both of them. I would have had one target left, one position left. But I would have ridden that down from 12 to 8. It would have filled my second target. Okay? So I broke what I said I was going to do. And instead of making money on the day, I lost $145. Let's be honest, that I told us how to trade it properly, and then I didn't do it. Okay? I didn't do it. Now, some people would say that what I did was perfectly normal and perfectly okay, because I protected $125 worth of profit. But the reason I should be chastised is because we went back and looked how it's been behaving, and then I traded it a different way, and that's the mistake. Okay? That's the mistake. Don't do that. Do what you say you're going to do. Do what you say you're going to do. All right, folks. If you'd like to come to my webinar today, that's what I'm going to talk about today. Okay? That's what I want to talk about today. So if you scroll up, you'll see the link to the webinar. It's at 4:30. All right? Stick to the plan. You got it. Stick to the plan. All right, tomorrow is Friday. There's just one trade. One trade. University of Michigan, 9:30 trade room. I'm almost positive. I would not recommend trading the 2 a.m. British report overnight. There's way too much news. There's like 6 reports. I would not trade that. If you're you like a lot of risk, I suppose you could trade it with one contract, but I wouldn't do anything more than that. Okay? So otherwise, I'll see everybody. Thanks, YouTube, for watching. I hope you learned something. Give us a like. Sign up for our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're going to be here next. And come on over to our webinar later. I'll see everybody at 4:30 if you come to the webinar. If not, tomorrow morning. Looks like 9:30 to me. 9:30. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Okay, folks. See you later.